I took my daughter to dance class, and the moms got me banned for being creepy until they learned the truth. After my wife died in a car accident, I became everything to my 5-year-old Lily. She'd watched her mom practice ballet in our living room every evening, and now she begged me daily to let her dance like mommy did. I finally enrolled her at Graceful Steps Dance Academy. The first class, I sat in the parent viewing area with my phone, ready to record Lily's first steps. The whispers started immediately. Why is he here alone? That's not normal. 2 mothers physically blocked their daughters from my view. Another mom took photos of me for safety and immediately started texting other parents. When I smiled and waved at Lily through the mirror, 3 parents complained to the front desk about my inappropriate behavior. Week 2 got worse. Parents formed a protective barrier between me and the dance floor. The instructor kept glancing nervously in my direction, positioning herself between me and the students. My own neighbor, whose daughter danced with Lily, pretended not to recognize me when I said hello. I watched my daughter's confused face as other kids were suddenly pulled away from her during break time. She asked me why her friends wouldn't play with her anymore. By week 3, the studio owner cornered me in the parking lot with 2 other mothers flanking her. She said multiple parents had filed complaints about a suspicious man filming children and lurking around the studio. She demanded I stop recording and suggested I wait outside during classes like other fathers do. When I tried to explain these were videos for my late wife's parents who lived across the country, she cut me off and threatened to call police if I didn't comply immediately. I pulled out my phone and showed her the last video I'd taken, Lily practicing the same routine my wife had taught her, wearing my wife's old ballet shoes that I'd had resized. Then I opened my photo gallery, my wife in her professional ballet costume from the City Ballet Company, our wedding photo where she wore point shoes under her dress, and finally, my wife's obituary from 6 months ago, listing her as a former principal dancer who'd performed at Lincoln Center. The owner's face went white. The 2 mothers behind her stepped back. I wasn't finished. I explained how my wife made me promise on her deathbed to let Lily dance, how I worked double shifts at the factory to afford classes my wife would have taught for free, how my in-laws call every Sunday to watch Lily's videos because it's the only way they can still see their daughter's grace in this world. Then I asked if she'd like to explain to a grieving 5-year-old why she can't dance like mommy anymore. The next morning, the studio sent an email to all parents about their new inclusive family policy and mandatory sensitivity training for staff and parents. 4 families withdrew their children in protest, but 7 new families enrolled after hearing our story on the local news. The instructor personally apologized and now saves the front row seat for me every week. She also started incorporating some of my wife's choreography into the classes. My neighbor brought me coffee last Tuesday and sits with me now, admitting she was ashamed of how she'd acted. Lily has made 3 new best friends, and last week she whispered that she thinks mommy would be proud of her grand jetés. I know she would be.